From Texas, Mr. Hensarling, for 3 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. The subject matter of today's hearing is disappointing to me. The goal should not be enhancing regulation. The goal ought to be enhancing consumer protection. The hearing title assumes that the magic elixir to our nation's economic woes is simply more regulation and more regulators. Regulators who now apparently will be given sweeping powers to decide which financial products are best for ourselves and our families. The underlying legislation essentially says that when it comes to financial products, if we will only yield our freedoms, if we will only yield our consumer choices, if we will only yield our market-driven innovations to a group of unelected philosopher kings, they will undoubtedly rule us with wisdom and justice. Forgive me, I do not buy it. The way to protect consumers is to ensure competitive markets, effective disclosure, consumer choice, innovation, and a modicum of personal responsibility. Now, the underlying legislation tells us that this unelected group of people to form this commission will have full powers to unilaterally and subjectively ban a product from the market that it deems unfair or anti-consumer. Unelected bureaucrats will now decide for us what mortgages we can have. They will decide what bank accounts we can open. They may even decide whether or not we can be trusted with a credit card. To that I say, if you do not know the Rodriguez family of Mesquite, Texas, do not presume to choose their bank account for them. If you do not know the Laird family of Athens, Texas, do not believe that you can decide what mortgage is best for them. If you don't know the Shane family of Kaufman County, Texas, please don't deign to decide whether or not they can use a credit card to meet their family's needs, to find their version of the American dream. Now, to those who say the administration's financial reform plan lacked any originality, they are clearly wrong. To functionally create a commission of consumer punishment, not consumer protection, this is an original idea. It is an originally bad idea. And for those who say that, well, we have an economic crisis, therefore we must act, you cannot point to any other consumer product but a subprime mortgage as having anything connected to the economic crisis. Yet the Federal Reserve has acted, Congress has acted. You can also not point to any lack of regulatory authority. You may not believe that the regulatory authority was exercised properly, maybe not aggressively. It's not a lack of regulatory authority. We need better enforcement, smarter enforcement, but we must preserve economic liberty and consumer choice. Now, you'll back to balance my time.
The gentleman.